I thought you were British for a second.
I am.
Most men don't struggle because they lack lines. They struggle because the first approach feels like it has to matter. So today, I'm showing you a real-time approach runway, 4 progressively bolder reps that build social momentum until the real approach stops feeling like a high-stakes test.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you the best way to warm up before approaching for day game. I've just left a station and you're going to be seeing in real time how I would go about warming up before getting into a proper session of approaching. So I'll begin walking, and as I walk you'll be seeing the warm-up and I'll be giving explanations as to what I'm doing. So let's begin. A lot of people in this space downplay warm-ups and sometimes think they're not worthwhile. But the truth is, for the majority of men approaching, warm-ups are invaluable. They're the quickest way for you to get out of a headspace which is suboptimal for cold approach, suboptimal for day game, and into a social headspace whereby you're going to be in a much better state, a much better frame of mind for doing your approaches. So what you want to do is start in an area where there's enough people, enough volume, so that you can warm up and start socializing, start talking to people, even on a small scale, sooner rather than later. You don't want to be spending too long waiting and walking around before approaching, because the longer you spend, the less likely you are to take action. So the first exercise I recommend for most guys, especially if you're out solo and you're feeling a particularly high level of social anxiety, is to just ask for directions, to ask for something simple. This is the very first warm-up that I do with clients because it's an easy type of conversational starter and something that's universally expected. We've all had to do it at different points in our lives. So it's just simply asking anyone for directions so that you can get socially warmed up. Excuse me, sir, excuse me. Do you know where the Sherlock Holmes house is? I'm looking for Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my god, you're in the wrong. You need to go towards Baker Street.
Baker Street?
Yeah, it's that way. It's there.
Okay, alright. Yeah,
No,
thank you,
you
man.
see,
I'll put it in the
there's a-
station.
there's a
Yeah.
black there.
Alright. Thank you, man. Cheers. So, as you saw, I just asked a guy for directions, and it was pretty simple. The guy clearly was friendly, took his time to want to help me, and as a result, I actually feel a little bit more warmed up. Just made a little bit of extra small talk as well before I did it. Now, one nuance about asking people for things when you're warming up is to genuinely ask them something that you don't know. This is better than just tossing out something that you do know, because you'll have an innate curiosity to find the answer, and I often find that makes it less of a chore and something more meaningful. Communication should have an ultimate purpose, a meaning, not just be a checklist that we go through. Excuse me. Sorry, it's quite random. Do you know where Diptyque is? Diptyque? No way. Okay, no worries, man. Thanks. Okay, so as you saw there, stopped someone who was moving and asked a question of a place that I genuinely don't know, but have heard of. And in my opinion, I'm personally warmed up enough with asking directions. I don't need to ask another one. Remember, this is going to be progressive. So once you feel that you've done one level, it's good to move to the next one as soon as possible so you can get into that full session as quickly as possible. So the next type of warm-up is going to be asking for something, but then afterwards giving a person a compliment. This is getting closer to actually cold approaching, as you would in a real set, because you're going to be stopping someone, starting a conversation, but then afterwards having the confidence to actually give a compliment. And the idea again is progressive desensitization. Because you're not going in with a compliment straight away, you're appending it to the end of another opener, which is asking for something else. You will find it easier to get into that flow. Excuse me, quick question. Do you know where the nearest ATM is? ATM. The nearest one? No. Okay, no worries. You look nice, by the way. Okay, so as you saw there, I started with a question, and afterwards I transitioned to a quick compliment and then left immediately. If you're still struggling at this point to do girls moving towards you or moving in general, then just go for stationary girls. But because this is warming up, do your best to not hesitate. Just get your feet moving, go towards the girl, go towards the person, and just give your opening question. You don't need to worry about the girl looking stunning or amazingly attractive. They don't have to be attractive. They just need to have something that you could reasonably compliment after your question. Hi, hello.
Bonus tip: prime your state before the runway even starts. Don't spend 20 minutes walking around waiting to feel ready. That makes the first stranger feel bigger than they actually are. Here, I'm already buying a drink, so I use the normal interaction to make a little genuine small talk. To do this, instead of going through social motions, ask or say one more thing than you normally would.
Are you busier in the summer, you think? Like more tourists or? Oh, you don't know? Okay.
Because I'm from another store.
Oh, okay, you're covering. Yeah, that's very good of you. All right, thank you very much.
You can do this with baristas, retail clerks, people at the bus stop, whoever. The point is to make talking feel ordinary before the approach you actually care about.
Excuse me. Do you know where shop Dipty K is? Dipty K, okay, no worries. You look nice, by the way. Okay, so as you can see from that one, the same thing, this time with a girl who's moving towards me, and unsurprisingly, she didn't know where I asked her, but it doesn't matter. I did a quick question and made sure I got the compliment out. So as I said earlier, you can notice how with the girls who are moving, they are coming towards me and I'm opening them when they're getting closer towards me, stopping them as they're approaching me. In some circles this is called the policeman stop. Other guys have other names for it. It doesn't particularly matter. The truth is it's not a very good stop for actual approaches. It's one of the weakest stops, in fact, and you shouldn't be making that your bread and butter. But as I said earlier, we are in a warm-up phase and it doesn't matter particularly how we're stopping girls. We just need to get into the social flow of things, and those types of approaches allow us to do that in a nice smooth motion without having to worry to backtrack and certainly front stop or any of that extra stuff that we're not doing yet. So in my opinion, I am warmed up enough with that level. If you are not warmed up enough, of course do some more, but if you feel confident now because you've been giving compliments, the next step is to go to hit and runs. Hit and runs are as the name implies, approaching girls and giving an opener and then leaving immediately. So now we are not going to open with an excuse, we're not going to open with an indirect style opener, we are actually going to open with a compliment. So we're just going to get the girl's attention with excuse me or hi or whatever, and then you're going to deliver a quick compliment and then immediately leave. At this point you might be wondering, why would you immediately leave after giving a compliment? And I'll explain once I do one of these hit and runs. Excuse me. Hi, sorry. I know this is super random, but you just look very nice today. I wanted to say that. Take care. So, as you can see, I got the attention, delivered the compliment, and immediately left. Now, you're probably wondering, why do you leave? If you're able to give a compliment, well, don't you want to gauge the girl's reaction and just stay in and see what happens? Well, in the warm-up phase, it's actually quite powerful to not indulge in a conversation, even if the girl seems quite receptive to, because at this phase, you just want to be able to follow a process without attachment to some outcome. And there's nothing stronger than being able to deliver something that's as bold a claim as you can make, complimenting a complete stranger in broad daylight, and then immediately leaving on your own terms. So it's very important that you get into this state of mind first. You don't need to worry about outcomes, you're still in a flow state of mind. For example, there, I may have been able to continue the conversation, I may not have, but it didn't particularly matter, and as a result, I feel quite empowered. I feel that I don't need something from that girl, and I'm quite happy to give that compliment, start with that value premise, possibly make her day, and then just leave. Remember, we want to get into the habit of making this fun, and you'll find that hit and runs are actually quite fun when you start doing them. So again, just going to look for another girl that I can give a compliment to, and then I'm going to immediately leave. Excuse me, sorry. I just wanted to say that you look very nice, actually. Take care. Okay, so as you can see, this time I chose to do a side stop and compliment the girl, giving a quick hit and run. As you can probably tell, she was a little bit confused or not very receptive. It's completely fine. I'm not attached to the outcome. I didn't particularly go for a strong stop. I just wanted to get in there, give that hit and run and leave. And it's genuinely empowering to do it on my own terms. Technically, I've delivered some value and given a compliment, and I followed the process. I've done what I can control, irrespective of the girl's reaction, and that's quite empowering. The point of warming up isn't to trick yourself into being confident. It's to make social interaction ordinary before you make the first approach you actually care about. Nothing magical has happened since I left the station. I haven't suddenly become more attractive or found some perfect line. I've just stopped treating the next interaction like it matters so much, because it doesn't. For me personally, the warm-up phase is finished. I'm no longer trying to get myself to become socially awake. I'm now ready to have the conversations I came out to have. Excuse me, hi. Sorry, it's super random of me, I know, but I just had to say before I went to meet my friend, you look very nice today. And it's quite spontaneous. I know, like, you're in the middle of, like, either flying away from London or just arriving, but I just had to say hi.
Oh, thank you.
I thought you were British for a second.
I am?
You are British, yeah. Are you, like, from the north then?
Yeah.
Yeah, whereabouts?
I know Manchester, but I work here.
Okay, I thought I heard, like, a Manc accent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just travel down here for work.
United or City or neither? Okay, good, good.
I don't want to also, I haven't got a clue.
That's the point of warming up properly. Not to trick yourself into confidence, but to make the real approach feel like the natural next move. Start socially, build the difficulty, and once you're switched on, stop warming up and start the session. To learn this properly, from getting the opener out to having conversations that actually go somewhere, watch the next infield on screen or see the coaching details below. I'm Daniel from ApproachCraft. See you in the next video.